What is going on, geeks? Check this out. It is a fishing cabin design put together in a cool new location on a cool new map. Sit back and enjoy it. So, welcome to Thieves Island, guys. This is a modded map, and today we're going to be doing a base location video for this brand new map. Check it out, by the way. We are on top of the mast of a sunken ship. Very, very cool. So why a base location video? That's not something you usually do, UTC. Well, the difference is most people are choosing bases for how defensible they are, PvP bases. And for me, I'm just looking for the most beautiful spots to do builds. You guys know me, I play PvE, and I'm into good looking builds. So that's what we're gonna do, look for beautiful spots, and I think if the inspiration strikes, we are going to set out and maybe even do a little build. So I'm excited to try this out. Check out the sails of that sunken ship, the masts. That's beautiful. And I think what I want to do today is potentially head up to one of these floating islands. There are a couple of them, and they look absolutely magnificent. So let's head for this one, and I'm going to see what we've got waiting for us out there. If that doesn't do the trick, it looks like there's more off to our left, another one up that way. Excited to go explore. So you can get your first look at some of the terrain here, guys. It is unique and very different. This map has all the Scorched Earth dinosaurs on it, and it has stretches of desert, but they're different than the Scorched Earth desert. The rocks are dark, and it's palm trees and not cactuses, but it's a desert. There's salt deposits out here. The place looks awesome. So while we explore this Thieves Island map, the redwoods that look like they are off to our left, I wanted to take a second and talk about this, guys. This is part of the new sponsored workshop content. For those of you that don't know, Studio Wildcard, who makes Ark, have reached out to some of the mod developers and are literally giving them cash every month to help develop the mods they are working on, one of which is this, the Thieves Island map, and I'm excited that this is part of it. A lot of the map mods that are currently part of that sponsored mod program, they are not, they're not quite ready for prime time. The maps are not done. This, of all of them, is the most done, the most complete, and really the most beautiful, at least that I've managed to explore so far. Speaking of, we're going to fly up into these redwoods here, and this map is so ready to go that the biggest Ark YouTubers on the planet are now playing here. The guys from Pooping Evolved have just started a new modded series here on Thieves Island with their Pugnacia mod pack. And while we are talking about Pooping Evolved, I gotta give a shout out, guys, to my friend, my patron, and my fellow YouTube Ark creator, Alexis Arcade, who is the newest member of Pooping Evolved. It's the biggest Ark YouTuber server out there, home to Slipgator, home to XB Crafted, home to Mazion. All your favorite people play there, guys. And my friend Alexis is now part of that crew. Shout out to her. Congratulations. Seriously. By the end of the year, Alexis is going to have probably 100,000 subscribers, and she's sitting at just about 11,000 right now. So you guys want to go subscribe before all your friends find out about her, and you can say you were there first. So once again, congrats to Alexis. Ark dreams do come true. YouTube dreams do come true, because she started her channel back in the day after watching Slipgator, as far as I know. And wow, what do we got up here, guys? Crazy. What is that? But yeah, she started her channel after watching Slipgator play Ark, as far as I know. And that gives me hope, like I said, that these Ark dreams will come true. Who knows? Maybe someday UTC is going to be playing alongside Corrales. You never know. God, this is a beautiful map. Check this out, guys. This is not our location. We're going to zoom in, and I'll show you where we are, just so you can find your way. We are at 7053. There is a beautiful lake here. There are redwood trees, and check out these mother effing ruins. Amazing. So, onto this episode, guys. Once we find a spot, and I mean, we might have found it, to be honest. Once we find a spot, we're going to sit down and we're going to do a build. Like I said, I was inspired back in the day by Corrales to start my channel from his Minecraft tutorials. And The first videos I ever did were Minecraft seed spotlights, where I would explore a map just like we're doing today, and instead of just showing you the map, we would stop and do a build at one of these beautiful spots. And guys, I think I found it. So take one last look at the GPS. We're at 7353, and check out what I have discovered. An amazing floating pool of crystal blue water surrounded by these ruins, overlooking the redwoods, which look tremendous, and being overlooked by some of these islands up top. I do want to explore more, and I want to show off more of this map, but that's going to wait for a future video. I'm going to kill that baryonyx, and then I'm going to settle down into this oasis, and we are going to do a build. Sit back and enjoy. So, take one last look, guys. 7353 on the new Thieves Island map. And we're going to build in this upper oasis. I'm picturing something on stilts floating out here. And sticking just up above the water. Maybe a fishing hut style. I'm going to get started on some basic groundwork, and I'm going to bring you back when I have something to build on. Oh, geez. So it doesn't seem like the water is totally working yet. When you're above it, it looks tremendous. When you're underneath it, it's not quite ready for prime time. Like I said, this is it's a map that is currently in development. So I'm looking here, guys, at what I can do with some pillars. And I want to snap two each other. And we're going to just make a little square here for maybe like a 9x9 size foundation. And if you just keep snapping like this, or a 3x3, sorry, 9 foundations. If you just keep snapping like this, I think what you can eventually do is just use the corners. So let's get rid of this, and I'm going to get my head up above the invisible water. Okay. Guys, I got to take a second to do my patron shout out. I want to give a big thank you to Dan. He is a new supporter, started supporting me back at the beginning of March, and he and the other patrons that support me, you guys make videos like this possible. You let me take the time to do cool designs, to spend my days off playing Ark and turning it into videos that you love. I don't know how I'll ever repay you guys, but I just want to thank you, and the shoutouts are a small way of doing it. So thank you to Dan for what you do and for having my back on Patreon. Caught in some rain now, guys, but I've gone ahead and made this little 3x3 thatch foundation with ceilings on top of the pillars, and we got pillars on each of the 4 corners. The thatch is actually going to be for the inside of our house, and what I want to do is wrap around the outside here with some wooden ones, and these are going to be our deck or balcony. Eventually, you might want to do this in thatch, because eventually I'm going to come through and take a few of these out, but I just want to play with a few ideas first. Let me finish encircling this. I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what we're looking at now. And I think what I want to do is get us set up to have a little balcony or a veranda on this. So I'm going to do fence foundations with pillars like this. And what you can do when you're using pillars like this is you can stack on top. And I think I can now get rid of the bottom one. We're going to find out if it collapses everything. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work. So I guess we'll have to have this. And what we're going to have is that sticking down into the water, but it's okay. It disappears from view. I thought maybe I could hide one right there, but I guess that's not snapping into the wood, so I'm not going to complain. So let's go ahead and we'll use the fence foundations. If you're playing with Structures Plus, you do not need these fence foundations. You can just go in and slap the pillars straight on the corners, and these are going to be the beginning of a roof. So I'm thinking, so let me go ahead and I'm going to put up some walls. I'm going to use the window frames, the doors, and we're going to play around with angles for the sloped roofs that we're going to end up putting on this thing. So I'm going to grab these sloped wall pieces as well. And I think we may end up with thatch roof. I don't know how that's going to work out, but just to get us started shape-wise, let's go like this. Okay, so we have the beginning of a shape here, guys. I am going to frame it out like this, and I think we are only going to go to here. So I'm going to try and snap. Yep, that is perfect. And I'll do the same technique I just did there, where we do window here, door here, and another window right here. Let's go ahead and put these up, and like that. Okay, so that's the beginning of our shape. Now we're going to have to do something with the front of this place. So what I'm thinking is, oh geez, so I'm just building on the fly. I'm bringing you guys along so we can improvise together. And hopefully we come up with something befitting this absolutely gorgeous location that we've managed to get to today. Okay, so it's coming together. I have ideas. So we're going to do this on the front. 3 wooden walls, we'll tie it around on that side, and then we're going to add a second lower arch to this place. Something like that. It's going to be facing the same way as the first arch, and we're, I think, eventually going to go thatch up top and maybe just a straight thatch ceiling right here. But let's keep playing around with ideas for the walls. How are we going to get in and out of this house? I think the door frame should be right here, or at least one of a couple door frames should be right here. And because we've got those ceilings on the outside, we've got a multitude of snap points. Just make sure you're getting it all looking consistent. Interesting. I kind of want to go like that. And we might put another door frame right here. And then I think I might replace this with a wooden ceiling. All right, guys, so I went ahead and got that one in. And I think what we're going to do is put another pillar in here on the corner. And this is just sort of a freestyle build. I came in with literally no plan, and I hope we could come up with something good. I think we've got the beginnings of something good. It's hard to say at this point. I'm still working out the design details. So yeah, I think this is going to work out okay. So we are going to want something like that. Okay. We might have most of what we need for this place already, guys. I'm going to come in here and swap this out for a door. And we're going to put a window frame right here. Whoops, that's inside out. Here, we'll do it right here. Come on, like that. And we'll get one more right here. And that way we're going to have a good view of the outside. So you could save yourself a lot of the trouble I have here just by not putting in those outer ceilings yet. Then you're only going to have the one set of snap points. And what we're going to do directly above these is doors. It'll be the Timmy Carbine style window. So we'll maybe do a glass window frame, glass door frame up top. And I think this place is ready for a roof. Oh, can't get in and out of there. Okay. All right. So I added in a little door frame here. Hopefully we're going to be able to take that out in a little bit. And I think I need to take out this ceiling that we were playing around with because I can't fit outside when it's there. So I may have to do something a little different with that. So we just need the one door then. So I'm going to go ahead and do, window frame right here. And we'll put that sloped piece right there instead of overhanging. I haven't quite figured out what to do with this, but at the very least we could continue the roof like so. And I think that's probably going to look good. So I'm going to get myself up a little higher and we can start playing around with a roof design. All right, guys, so up on the thatched roof, this is the house as it stands right now. I'm liking how this design has come together so far. I said I wanted to do thatch for the roof, and I think that's probably going to be the case all the way around. We're just going to play around with it and find out for sure. So I've got another slope right here. I can snap to that, and we're going to need a little flat one for right there. I talked about doing this. Let's cycle through some snap points. That'll work. And we're just going to snap up top and see if an all thatch roof is going to work for this particular design. Let's get ourselves up there. Okay. All right. And now we're going to place just a simple thatch roof right there. And that does it for the main layout of the build. I had this in place just as a ramp. We can get rid of that. And we can see how the place looks right now. I like our initial layout, guys. Okay, so it's the beginning of something. We are not done. I'd say the next step involves completing this thatch roof, and we're going to see if we like the idea of the overhanging roof in just a second. I'm going to run this all the way around, and hopefully this isn't going to mess up our way in and out of our house. Ceilings can sometimes do that, so let's try. Nope, we're getting in and out, no problem. And I think that's because this is a sloped one directly above our heads, so that'll work. And then that connects to the other slope we just added in. Do I continue this around the front, or do I leave the front without a balcony? Okay, so if we're going to do it like that, then we need a little piece of thatch to put up there, I think. We're going to put it in, it's going to be backwards, and we're going to flip it. And we should get, let me see if I can zoom out for you guys. Ooh, wood might be better. Let's try wood there. Okay, so we've swapped it out for wood. We're snapping to this ceiling when really we should be snapping to this tile here, so I'm getting a little bit of light that shows through. If this doesn't look good, it looks okay. If this doesn't look good, then what we do, I don't think I like it. I think we get rid of this on the front. We get rid of that, and instead we'll put a pillar right here. And we'll go like that. Get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. And hopefully, yep, we'll put another pillar right here. So I've got my fence foundation running like this. That's what enables us to do it. And now we're going to wrap around like this. And I think we can now take this out. And I think this is going to look good. Alright, so that is the house. I have to admit, I'm digging it. But I have another potential change in mind. Let's get these two out of here. The idea here was to have what looked like one big continuous window that wraps around the house. So I think maybe we want to just come down to, okay, one more fence foundation. All right, so that ceiling's been knocked back. I do want to support it if we can. So we're going to put this in place, and I'm going to try and get another pillar right on the corner. And we'll take you out, and we'll see how this design has gone. I think that's the way to do it. I think that we've come up with like a real good looking fishing cabin. It's simple, it's straightforward, there's nothing fancy to it. Maybe we try this. And this. And this. And let's get rid of you and you. Okay. Maybe that's the trick. So I'm playing around with a whole bunch of ideas, trying to get this thing looking good. There's one more clear, easy step. We got to wrap this thing, at least on the sides where the roof overhangs, with wooden railings. And once we do that, it's going to start to have a real fishing cabin look. It's going to be stranded out here. So one thing it probably needs is some sort of dock. I don't know if we're going to be able to incorporate that. I'll have to play around once we've got these railings in place. And where you have your fence foundations, you're probably going to run into a little bit of difficulty. So yeah, so the way that we did that now, the railings come all the way to the edge. We're going to put a railing there. And I think I'll go here and I'll go here. So what does that leave us? 3 foundations wide that you could potentially use as a dock or a fishing area. Now, if it's a dock, it would be lower, but we've built this thing so goddamn low to the ground, I don't think we can go any lower. All we could do is, yeah, ramp out, and the ramp's immediately in the water. So, what do? A dock is required. Look at our location here. We are totally isolated, totally stranded in the middle of this mountaintop crater oasis. It's beautiful up here, but how would you get out here? I assume you would float a little dinghy out from one of the edges. Either that or you build a bridge, and we don't have time to build a bridge today. So let's try a little dock design. I'm going to take you out, and I think what we're going to need to do is extend pillars down there. So let me grab some more pillars. I only have one in my inventory, and we'll see about getting foundation support a little further out. And I want to have a dock that walks us through here, and we'll continue to put these pillars on either side, and I think it's going to look good. So I'm just finishing off these pillars. This is going to give us a little more foundation support. The only ones that were super important, let's put that there. The only ones that were super important were these two right here. So I think I'm going to be able to work on this dock a little bit. So let's try extending you out like this. Can I go one more? I can't go one more. So what we're going to do, put a temporary pillar in there. And I'm going to hopefully figure out how big and how long I want this dock to be. Okay, can I get up here? No. Let's get a ramp. So this pillar is temporary. I got to figure out where to put in the next ones. I think what we'll do is this. And I'll try pillars here at the second last ceiling. I think I built out 5 ceilings total. And if I can, we're going to go ahead and snap to the lower point on there. That should give us the support we need and allow us to take out the first, this temporary pillar. Okay, and it did. So after this, more railings. All right, so this is the beginning of our dock. I think it suits us, and I think it suits the build. I might leave it covered. I kind of like how this thatch roof looks over top of the rest of this place. So let's, whoops, come on, play along. There we go. And we're going to get rid of these. We're going to place these. We're going to go 1, 2, and I think 1 on the end here. And let's throw down a ramp. This will be your way in, your way out. Do we need one more ramp at the bottom? Let's do it anyway. So now what? So just for symmetry, I think what I want to do is put that there. And now, if we back up, you see the house, this 2-wide central portion we built is now centered in the middle of this open railing. And I think that's all we need. The dock is going to be for getting on and off. Let's try this, and we'll see how this looks. 3, and it's 4 long that I built out, which is perfect. So do we leave the last one on there? How's this look? I think I like it. I think I like that. Let's try without it. And we'll end right there. That's the look right there. I think we did it. So this is how the fishing cabin is looking. We are deeper into the build now, and the sun seems to be hitting us just perfectly, which makes it a great time to add in the windows. So I've done this in past builds. Greenhouse glass on the bottom, greenhouse door on the top, and what you get is the look of a big extended window. Now, I've heard people say Timmy Carbine's the guy that made this up, and oh, so we have an issue here. I can't get in and out, and it's because of this raised thatch ceiling. So the trick for solving that anytime you got to deal with it is a second door frame above your head. And what we're going to do is actually put in wooden doors here and here, and you're only ever going to have to open the bottom one. The top one lets you pass right through. So if you have that issue, trying to transition from a wood ceiling to a thatch ceiling through a door, it's going to look like that. And so we're going to want, I guess, another glass window up here. All right, guys, so I'm playing around on the interior here. I'm trying to take out the pieces we don't need. And right now that just involved a couple of walls here and here. We're not going to be able to pass through and under either of these. Okay, so maybe you come out too. Okay, so now what? I have to do something with this because that looks weird. Alright guys, so I'm having trouble making the most of this little space we've created because of the issues with your head hitting a thatched ceiling. So I should be able to pass through here. I can. So what I want is for our little entrance to this place to be right here. So we're going to make this sort of a back closet. I think a door frame will do the trick right about there. And we're going to do a window frame above it if I've got one left. I don't. So let's just do a wall above it. Like that. And now I think I can close this area in with some walls. Something like that. So we still maintain the look we had before. We don't have any weird walls hanging out, and I should. Okay, so that was my worst fear, but we know how to solve that. We just solved it. And this is a spot where we can actually do it. Over here, we had no way to actually put another door frame in without ruining the look. So this is how you look on the inside. I might want to flip these. So they match everything else on the inside. Yeah, that looks better already. I like it more. Let's just do that. So this is our interior. it still needs doors. It still needs some windows. So let's go do that right now. I'm going to put these glass windows in just everywhere you got a window frame, basically, except I think this one right here, I think maybe we'll go with a wooden one. Just because it's right by the front door, I sometimes like to have like a little privacy feel right there. And we're going to do another wooden door right here. On the inside here, if you wanted to, you could do glass doors and just keep that look going. I don't think it's necessary. It depends on what you use this little space for. But guys, we've pretty much done it. There's only one important step left for any fishing cabin, and I've had lots of people request them in the past, so I'm glad that's what I was inspired to do today here. I hope you like the design. I had to get creative and play around with something, and I think it turned out okay. Like I said, we need one final detail. Let's go ahead and put it in. Oh yeah. There you go, guys. A true fishing cabin. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed the design. One last reminder, click the link in the description. Go check out my friend Alexis Arcade and subscribe before everyone else does. Congrats, Alexis, on becoming the newest member of Pooping Evolved. I'm really happy for you, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish alongside those amazing creators. And guys, thank you for joining us here for this first ever PvE base location video for Thieves Island and the build inspired by that location. We are at 7353 in this amazing crater oasis underneath the floating islands and surrounded by ruins. Guys, this place turned out amazing and I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the design, and if you did, click the like button. It'll let me know to do more videos like this one. And if you have a favorite spot on Thieves Island, be sure to let me know about it in the comments so I can visit it next time, show it off, and do another build inspired by that beautiful location. That does it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next ARC video.